right, we are back for part 3, and this is where it starts to get fun. Um, let's look at where we're at with Serena. Um, Actually, this view is a little better to see. She's got flight, invisibility, plus 15 spell there, and the only thing is her sword's pretty weak. Let's figure out. We're going to start getting attacked by Merlin at any point here. And I've decided here on the library, before I do the library, I better add some longbowmen. If Merlin comes in and is able to cast spells to kill a couple of my longbowmen and hit me with wave after wave of attack, I could be in a lot of trouble. So I'm going to replace my, I'm going to add a longbowman and then replace the spearman with a longbowman. And meanwhile, let's go upgrade Serena's sword here. It's going to need 15 spell skill, but her attack is a little weak, so let's bump up her attack. And let's give her +2 to hit. That's going to be a nice upgrade for her melee attack ability. Unfortunately, the plus on the sword is not going to benefit her casting, but melee is going to be her fallback. And so how long is that going to take? 3 turns. 3 turns, and then I think we're ready to go on the offensive here. And frankly, at this stage, if Merlin just kept sending a bunch of waves of soldiers at me, it would build up experience for Zaldron and Serena. Okay, now I've got 9 units, which is not ideal in case another hero shows up. Yeah, so I think the first thing I better do is let this swordsman go. And double check I still have no unrest. That's nice. And I'm still going to build another longbowman. Serena goes off and starts adventuring. I'm going to want my city to be defended here. Uh-oh, there comes a cavalry or unicorn or something. That looks a little tougher. I wonder if we're going to get hit by an attack here pretty soon. All right, that's a nice upgrade. This offensive capability. And I can crunch the old one. Okay, and my other longbowman showed up. So now that the other longbowman showed up, I can go back to building that library. I certainly wish all those longbowmen had magic weapons from an alchemy guild, but kind of had to make other improvements on my city first. Okay, so Serena is now, let's wake her up. What do we got going on here? Bowman, cavalry bowman. Holy cow. That's the force that's coming to kill me. And this guy, well, let's actually leave him like that. Okay. I should have been paying attention to what that war bear was. This is a force I do not want coming at my city. So it is time for Serena to go on the offensive. Those guys could have ripped up my longbowman pretty big time. She's invisible, so nobody is shooting at her. She's flying, so ground-based forces like the war bears are just, they can't do anything. These guys are hunting for the invisible hero. And who is she afraid of the most? The slingers. Slingers tend to be pretty tough. So are shaman. Shaman have higher shields. I don't know though. I've had such bad luck with slingers over the years. I'm just going to take them out first. All right, she's got 52 magic. That's going to give her, what, 8? Let's see, 17 ranged shots on these guys. She's going to keep her distance and blast away with magic. Magic has no ranged penalty, which is very nice for casters such as Serena. You know, let's test out how melee goes with these shaman. I'm hoping she's protected enough with her 15 shields and her luck. Of course, she's got luck, they've got luck as hobbits. Let's see how that melee goes. Did not take damage. I like the sound of that. No damage. No damage. There we go. Oh, warbears. They hit for 7. Given that they hit for 7, I maybe should have taken them out first. I've gained 1 fame. And notice that that big bad stack is no longer on my doorstep. So building a library, I'm going to leave that guy non-patrol, so he kind of reminds me every turn to check in on my city. And what do I want to cast next? I've got 1,000 in the bank, and I'm going to crunch a little. With Serena out and about, I've only got Zaldron contributing to my casting skill. And this is funny. For a long time, Merlin and what's her name, Ariel, had a truce. They're at war with each other now. Of course, they are kind of close to each other. All right, so I'm crunching at 80. I want to do. I want to build up a little more reserve here, and then I'm going to upgrade Serena a bunch of times. What crunches at about 160? Yeah, like that. One more thing we need to think about is Merlin's got 0 magic built up. Taran has 70. Ariel has 0. Okay. Merlin has 700 gold, though. Sometimes I get in a mode where the enemy wizard has hundreds or thousands of mana, and Decapitation Strike can really bring in a lot of mana. The nice thing about Merlin with 0 mana, I might not be facing a whole bunch of spell casting when he comes along and attacks me. So, I'm asking myself, how much do I worry about this force? Bowmen are so weak. I'm just going to feel like I'm okay here. And you know what? I want Merlin decapitated. So I'm going to leave my capital to defend for itself. Sure hope I don't regret that. And Serena is going to make a beeline for Merlin's capital, which we will inevitably find is very well defended. Merlin's thinking twice about attacking my capital. Got a library, time for a Sage's Guild. And I crunched a little up to 1100. I think I'm going to crunch once or twice more. So, with her movement of 8 and flying, we can zip around the board. And now we're going to have a revelation. Sprites? Ha! With my magic immunity, sprites are the kind of defenders I love to see. With my invisibility, catapult's not going to hurt me. Magicians are tough, but again, with invisibility and magic immunity, that's fine. Pegasi, theoretically, this will be a piece of cake. Let's see if it turns out that way. So what in all this do I fear? Magician's melee for 2. Pegasi melee for 6. I think the... What are you trying to dispel? Oh, heroism. Well, okay. If at the point Merlin manages to dispel my heroism, that's going to hurt. All right, the sprites only have a melee of 2, which is just simply not going to get through my shields. Catapult only even has a ranged attack, so it can't even hurt invisible opponents such as myself. And it's possible if Merlin's at 0 mana, he won't get to cast a Spell of Recall. Okay, I exhausted my magic shooting here, and the rest is going to have to be done with melee. But again, sprites just don't have that tough of a melee. And catapults have no melee at all. There we go. No, I don't want to destroy this city. I want to own it. I've gained 4 fame, plus I get 5 fame for banishing the wizard. I looted 156 gold pieces. That'll help. And I defeated Merlin. I got a basilisk and a starfire spell. I could have researched them eventually. All right, let's look at the city I got. Hobbits, which are beautiful food producers. On my high tax rate, though, I got 6 Hobbit rebellions. Hobbits don't totally love high elves such as myself. I got an alchemist guild. My city here is producing 9 mana. It's doing 5 units of research. It's very profitable. Got a lot of food production. So the first thing I got to do is, okay, since I defend, all his troops disappeared and all of his cities reverted to neutral. So, I need to garrison this city because it's a plum. I totally don't want to lose it. What is this city able to produce production-wise? It can drop on 30 per turn. And so, did we, okay. And I don't believe in paying full price. So I buy spearmen. They cost 15 because I'm buying them with no head start. They cost 4 times that. So that's 60. But now when I upgrade to swordsman, I only have to pay 30. In other words, double the difference because I had at least a third of the casting cost. And I only have to pay 90. Finally, slingers are really what I want to defend with. Just in my experience, they accomplish a whole lot more than shaman. And the city can produce the rest, the difference from shaman to slingers in 1 turn. That will get me some shaman. All right, what's my spell casting doing? Okay, I'm crunching. I didn't pick up any mana. I got 700 in gold now, even in spite of all I just spent on those slingers. And that's good for that turn. Ariel ready to attack. What am I going to get hit with here? 2 heroes. I hope neither of them have missile immunity, which is like kind of the one weakness of my longbowman. What kind of magic is Ariel going to be throwing at me? Life and teeny smidge of sorcery. Life mages also, they don't really have much direct damage. So I think we're going to be okay with a aerial attack. Famous last words. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now, I want this city to give at least a second slinger. Again, I just can't afford to pay full price here. So I'm going to do my series of upgrades thing. Okay, and what kind of city is up here? All right, it's going to benefit Serena a lot to build some experience, and um, and I don't think I have too much to fear from the enemy wizards right at this moment. So I'm just going to mop up these neutral cities. on my way to Ariel's capital. Also, unexplored and unexplored. I don't know about those lairs. I'm not exactly clear on what Serena can survive. Be pretty darn careful with that. But getting Serena some experience right now is going to pay off in a whole lot of ways. So, and moving at 8 as she does, she's going to be able to hop from city to city mighty fast. We'll just blast away at these little spearmen. They are kind of stubborn. I think we're seeing here that at this level, Serena's magic attack does not exactly pack a wallop. It takes her, oh wow, that used up all her. Now remember, we got her that plus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits to get 6 hits to get rid of spearmen. They do have a lucky, but come on. As Serena levels up, she will get to hit bonuses. I don't want to all right, that was another crunch here. All right, getting from mopping up neutral cities is worth its weight in gold, and I want Zaldrun to be building that same experience, but I need him to be flying invisible to do this safely with me. So first of all, let's make him a Helm of Flight with 3 movement. I like with a little green tassel. Just a basic Helm of Flight there. We'll take a few turns to get. All right. This city can make Shaman, so we're going to let that be. What do we do here? Can do 20-ish. Wow, that city can't even make swordsmen. We'll remedy that at some point, maybe. You know, another thing I can do here is with these Hobbit producers, I need to go to my capital and deactivate all 3 of my farmers. That's going to get my upgrades coming. And with my Hobbit towns, I still have surplus food. Oops, I messed that up. Somehow I meant for those slingers to happen in 1 turn. Anyway. Wonder what's in this node here. Whoa, nature node. Holy moly, moly, moly. That's a bear node. There's one south of the city too. So Zaldrun took that over, and when he left the game, we've got a completely undefended node there. So we need to get a couple magic spirits out, capturing those nodes. That's like free money. I wonder, in fact, I just barely got started on that. I'm going to get a magic spirit instead. And in fact, I need at least 2 of them because there was at least 2 nodes. And now I can, let's go back to creating this helm of flight. Oh no, it's just flight, 3 to move. That's so cute with the green tassel. Okay. And there was totally a node down here someplace. And this guy needs to head up to that node. And, you know, I'm going to check out what's in this lair. I hope I don't regret this. Ghouls. Well, frankly, ghouls I ought to be able to kill. Let's give it a shot. I don't want... Oh, they're hitting for 4. They're hitting for 4. Don't forget they've got a +1 to hit. I'm going to use Serena's mana to do a couple things. Oh, I don't have True Light yet. Huh. Okay, Serena can give herself Bless. That'll give her even a little bit more defense against undead. And give herself Holy Armor, because we're going to be fighting up the storm. I wish I had Holy Weapon, which I don't yet. And we'll give her Giant Strength just to bump up that hit by 1. I'm going to be doing a lot of melee. You know, actually, she might as well give herself Stone Skin as well. And that was almost all her mana. So the rest she's going to have to do with sword. We did get the plus attack on the sword. I'm going to do fine here as long as I don't take damage. If I take damage from any of this, I might get into trouble, but looks like they cannot get through my defenses. And as a, they can't engage with her. They don't have any way to attack flyers, so I can just mow through them. Did not take any damage. And I found a shield. All of that for a +1 defense shield. Wow. Well, I got a bunch of experience too. And I got 75 mana. I'm pretty underwhelmed by that treasure, to tell you the truth. Okay, so that's done. It's just a matter up there. Ariel goes. Okay, so you guys have Captain. Wow, 6 shields. Guardian Wind. Okay. Well, Guardian Wind, the archers are going to have to do it the hard way. And Fazil, Endurance, Holy Weapon. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to hit Lydia, but Fazil here. Oh, well, that was pretty good. I should have done more Zaldron. Anyhow, and she ran away. I killed one hero, the other ran away. That's a little bit of experience for my archers and Zaldron. You cannot escape my wrath. Prepare to die, scum. Problem with this guy is he can curse my cities at a distance, which I do not care for. All right. Got the Sages Guild done. Alchemist Guild next. Again, +3 mana, +1 to hit magic weapons. And let's wait on that guy. So somewhere down here, there's totally a node. I like it. Okay. We're low on food. I got 2 slingers here. I got a lot of unrest, so let's work on a cathedral. That's going to take 37 turns. At this point, I'm going to back off of my taxes. 2.5 is unusually high. So now my unrest went down. Cathedral's only 24 turns away. That's still a couple years, but actually, let's get a Miners Guild first. That'll bump up production, and yeah, let's do Miners Guild then Cathedral. And that guy can just patrol. It's kind of disappointed how that. I got a lot of experience for those ghouls at least. What's my experience at now? 156. I no longer need heroism. Let's go see what we got here. Cockatrices. Nope. Nope. Cockatrice is way too tough for Serena right now. No, thank you. And we're getting that Helm of Flying going for Zaldron. We really want Zaldron to be piling up experience too. As a pure caster, he's got a lot more to offer in the long run, because he can get upgraded with 2 jewelry. That's very nice. All right, I'm going to be okay with building another achievement organically. I might lose that city doing it that way. No, actually, let's do it a little different. Let's grab a spearman right away. That'll reduce unrest by 1. And then I can do walls. And then I can think of further upgrades. It's not going to be very heavily defended, but that's okay. Here comes some more fighters for Ariel. I've now mastered True Light. Floating Island, Warbears, Disenchant Area, Spell Lock. That's a kind of nice spell. Wind Mastery, Aura of Majesty. I'm going to go for Disenchant Area. I can imagine cases where that's going to be very important for me. Okay, we got this guy sitting on top of a node. My magic base is 30. I want all of that going to all of it. And now when I meld with this node, my base is up to 37. Nice. And this guy, let's just have him cruise up to this node as fast as he can get there. And what have we got going on in this lair? Basilisk, no. These tough creatures, Serena's just not up to that kind of fight at this stage. Unicorns, I'm not sure she's going to survive that, and so we're not going to try. All right, there's my spearman, and I'd feel a whole lot better about the city if it had walls. And that's going to take 5 turns, and that's okay. And Serena is now ready to take on this city. What do we got defender-wise? It's gnolls. They're a whole lot less useful than hobbits, but I can use the taxpayers. No gates, halberdiers. They're a little tougher, but I think Serena can take them. Let's go find out. If halberdiers give me pause, that's pretty serious. Once again, I'm going to use her mana to prepare her. The tough part is she just doesn't have enough magic to win this fight on magic. So we're going to need to buff her up for the upcoming battle. Now, I'm just going to make my eventual melee fight easier by using my casting, and that's all the ones I get. All right. Okay, I haven't taken any damage at this point, so that's kind of quite a bit encouraging. Looks like my defenses are strong enough. Halberdiers just aren't going to be able to punch through them. 18 shields is pretty significant. Nope, I can use the taxpayers. All right, I gained 1 fame, 46 gold. And I need to garrison these guys up. What do I want for garrison troops? Halberds, they're not that spendy either. And halberdiers. How much can this city produce? Not much. Not even 10. All right, I'll have some halberdiers next turn. And what's going on here? 1 more turn to get that helmet. Did I ever scout out this dungeon? Nope. Well, we will in a minute. It's kind of convenient the way this landmass is, where I don't have to worry too much. Okay, cavalry. These guys got wounded on their way here. How'd that happen? All right. Cavalry have first strike. They are completely vulnerable to my arrows. So there you go, Ariel. How's the war going so far? Okay. Zaldron now has a Helm of Flight. I'm going to save that Orb of Wizardry. Actually, in fact, I'm not even going to put the helmet on him yet, because I'm going to keep his casting skill up until I'm ready for him to join Serena and start fighting. So that helm's just in the bank. It's time to get another magic spirit or two going on for exploration. Earlier, I didn't want to piss off the enemy wizards. Now there's no reason why I shouldn't. How much do I have to explore anyway, though? There's this whole continent. Yellow kind of doesn't matter. I don't know if I know Ariel's capital yet, so I'm kind of feeling like I need a couple of magic spirits to go find. Do I know Ariel's capital? That's a pretty critical question for this strategy, because she's going to be casting spells at me in battles and over land, although life mages don't really have much in the way of curses. I need to take away her capital to take away all that casting, and then I can just mow through her cities one by one. And it looks like I do not know where her tower is. So it's probably up there somewhere that I didn't go because I didn't want to go to war early. Yellow's capital is right there on the coast. Yellow, you building up a mana bank? 200, that's not a lot. 0. Funny how Ariel is at 0. Yeah, I think I need one more magic spirit. Did I? What have I got here? That guy is on a trip. Oh, that's not my capital. There's my capital. I got 2 magic spirits. That's plenty for exploring. Okay. Don't want my mana to get too low, so I'm going to convert a little bit of gold to mana. And it's time to, for Zaldron to really be safe, he's going to be very fragile as he goes around getting experience. So I need him to be invisible, so all kinds of stuff isn't shooting at him. Like 90% of the stuff can't shoot at him when he has invisibility. So, and when I do the invisibility, I like it to be a pretty blue cloak. There we go. Cloak of invisibility. Remember Harry Potter, anyone? So this guy needs to go find Green's capital. I'm going to double check that I'm really sure I don't know where it is. Sometimes I thought I didn't know where the capital was, and I actually did. Need to be sure. And the capital really might be at the end of that road. Not there. Not there. Not there. Yep, looks like I don't. So let's just finish exploring this little area of land right by us. Oh my gosh, I just blew something. Both the bowman and the magic spirit came out there. What do we got coming here? Wow, rangers are tough. 3 rangers and a pikeman. I am not looking forward to fighting those guys. And that's a lot tougher fighting force coming at me. I might lose somebody. Um, okay, Mr. Null, you need to just patrol. Now now I kind of regret having spent as much mana as I did. Um, I guess I'm still okay to buy another halberdier. And I was just curious what's going on in this lair. It's going to be very hard to ever get back to that lair again. And so, in fact, I wonder what's in that node. If it was just hellhounds, although, oh, it was abandoned. 50 mana was what was in that node. What about this fire elementals in a node are going to be too tough for Serena right now. No, 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 no. Not yes. No. Wow, that was a bad click. These guys have +1 to hit and fire breath. I really risk losing her if I flee. And it's going to be hard to get a recall hero through this. That was a really bad click. Fizzled. Okay, I got 2 tries with my mana. Fizzle. Fizzled. Wow. It's a lot harder to cast in a node. Huh. What's her... Well, nothing left to do but see how the fight goes, or... Okay, didn't take damage. Yeah, fire elementals hit for 14. That's going to punch through. Okay, if it had only been hellhounds, and this is bad. Well, didn't take damage there. Okay, didn't take damage. Luck, hold out. She is lucky. I don't think a non-lucky Serena would be doing this. Kind of underestimated how much her luck helped. Wow, that was a bad click that turned out good. Chainmail. Okay, 200 mana. Needed it. That's kind of a wimpy chainmail, but 150 mana, I can use it. And we're going to have another node. Okay, I'm very nervous about these rangers. And one of my longbowmen's out of pocket. First thing I need to do is drop heroism on all of, at least a couple of these longbowmen. Start with the weakest, makes the biggest upgrade. Rangers have a resistance of 8, so a chance of confusion. Ooh, let's see if we can confuse those pikemen. Alright, I'm going to have Zaldron try on a confusion here. Let's see what happens. It's stuck. So confusion is a strange little spell. Um, it may have no effect. It may There's like 4 different things that can happen each turn, and you may get the no effect and the unit fights same as always. You may get it just freezes into place. You may get that it moves randomly, or it may become your unit, in which case he can attack his brethren right next to him. If he's your unit and he's the only survivor, then healing. Thanks, Ariel. You win the battle if he's your unit and he's the only one surviving. Okay. With the higher resistance, I don't think I'm going to drop a confusion on the Rangers. And how much damage are my... wow. Okay, that guy got hurt pretty bad. The Rangers, with 7 more rounds of ammo, may easily kill some of my guys. So I want to drop a heroism on somebody else. Who's my weakest? I'm not going to use heroism on a non-full strength unit. Let's let this guy have heroism. He's at the gate. Oh, the pikemen are mine. Yes. Thank you, pikemen. Yes. Confusion for the win. How does that feel, Ariel? I think you can see also why confusion is not a spell I'm going to be giving to the enemy wizards in it. Let's let Zaldrun blast away with his magic. Huh. There we go. I gained 1, so the battle's over because the confused pikemen were mine. And I won 1 fame. And I wounded one of my bowmen, but I didn't lose any. Okay, this city's now garrisoned, and let's get some city walls up. Halberdiers behind walls are respectable defenders. They obviously, but they're not real bad. And wows, I took out a node I didn't even mean to fight. And time to move on to the next neutral city. I wonder what's in that tower. An angel, I also don't think I can defeat right now. I might be wrong with the lucky. I was really surprised I took out a whole host of fire elements in a node where they're extra strong. Okay, Mr. Bowman, get back to base, please. And I wanted this guy to get down here and explore that peninsula. I doubt if anything's interesting down there. I got an alchemist guild. Now this is interesting because I really ought to build some more longbowmen, because these will have magic weapons. And I got hobbit producing cities now. Let's get a few longbowmen going. If I did an armory first, yeah, that doesn't give them a experience upgrade. Yeah, let's get at least 1 more longbowman, probably 2. All right, now I've got an interesting choice. Where are we at? The invisibility cloak is 4 turns away. I better keep Zaldrun in base until I get that cloak, just for safety's sake. I don't want to be losing Zaldrun, and also he's contributing like 35 to my casting skill. It's going to slow way down when he leaves base to go get experience. All right, what's our next neutral city we're going for? There's one. Kind of regret Zaldrun not getting this experience, but it's a compromise. More hobbits, I like it. Hobbits can build cathedrals, so they can bring in considerable mana. They're not too rebellious. They're great farmers. All right, what do we want to do here? Hitting for 2, hitting for 1. And just wipe these guys out and get the experience. Wow, 3 shots to take out Bowman. Yeah, let's do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Yeah, her ranged magic is very weak without more experience. She's got +2 to hit. But all right. 1 fame, 25 gold pieces, 1,000 inhabitants. I had to go fight the spearmen inside the city, so there were a lot of destroyed buildings. And how do we want to garrison this guy? What can it build? Only spearmen and bowmen. Boy, that's pathetic. Well, I guess spearmen it is. Shields, bowmen only have 1. So I think they're actually a better deal for me. 2 turns? Seriously? Well, I guess so. In that case, I'm going to buy it. I just hate leaving a completely empty city behind me. And is there anything interesting down here? Nope. Okay, this guy needs to go find Ariel's capital. Champion. At least I've got 1 more hit point, 1 more attack, 1 more resistance, and my casting's up to 62. City wall on Cornwall. All right. We got our defender, and we're just going to upgrade this city step by step. What's going on here? Man, that magic spirit's taken all day. So I don't want this magic spirit killed on land, so I'm going to take the cautious route and minimize my time over land. Okay, I got 1 mighty spearman for defense. 2 turns from now, I'll have the second one. And where's my next neutral city? Right there. All right, let's go. Ariel kind of lost her taste to attack me. Eventually, though, have no doubt. Okay, there's my new longbowman. Notice he's got magic weapons. So I'm going to take kind of a bold, gutsy move here. And Zaldron's going to fly off, leaving my city defended with nothing but longbowmen. So I'm going to go ahead and make another longbowman, even though I don't have room for him today. I will as soon as Zaldron leaves. And 9 longbowmen is not a bad idea. Okay, what we got going on in this city? There's a filthy raider too. I hate raiders. All right, this is a human city. Humans can really upgrade their economies, so this is going to be a nice upgrade to our empire. And what do we got? Attacks for 4 with my lucky and everything. I'm going to be doing a lot of melee attack in this, so I'm just using my ranged attack to soften these guys up for the eventual battle. Got a lot of ranged attack. Boy, it just ain't that effective though. And now we're down to melee, where I've got the additional +2 on the sword. And with my 15 shields, I'm going to try to minimize the stomping around in the city for whatever good that does. All right. 2 fame, 4,000 inhabitants killed, but I didn't destroy any buildings. That was nice, at least. And what can we garrison this with? Swordsman. All right. What can this guy? Yeah, I can have a swordsman next turn. That's good. And it is time to take a break. I hope you enjoyed part 3. Stay tuned for part 4, where we're going to be building our experience of our heroes and working our way toward Ariel, who's already started attacking us, but not terribly effectively.